Hi everyone, so today I want to make this card. So I'm calling this a hexagonal base tent fold card. Now I'm sure I have seen someone do this card and I'm not sure who. I feel like Sam Calcott might have done something similar. I'm not sure. I got the idea from seeing a post on Pinterest and it was actually linking to an Etsy page. So clearly somebody makes them to sell them. So there were no measurements. I've just literally worked out my own measurements based on my die cut, based on what I have, etc., and how big I wanted it to be. So the actual measurements, they're completely my own, but I definitely have seen this somewhere before. I really feel like it was Sam that I saw do it, but I haven't rewatched that, so I haven't directly taken it from her. But yeah, I feel like it was from her. So the papers I've used on here and also the die, these are all from In Love Art Shop. So if you go over to In Love Art Shop, well, if you click on the link in the description below, that will take you through to In Love Art Shop. And it also then, it's an affiliate link, so then they know that you've come through from this video. So that helps the channel out. And you can use my code ICEDimages, all in one word, which gets you 20% off, and again helps the channel out because I get a little bit every time anybody buys anything, and that obviously all goes back into the channel and means that I can carry on doing what I do. So this die here you might have already seen in a craft haul video, and it comes with this candle as well, which is super cute. I've put little glossy accents in there. The papers I will show you in a minute what they are, but again, as I said, they're from In Love Arts. And then on the back we've got happy birthday. I've just cut the outer piece of the die out. But yeah, so there we go. Super easy, folds nice and flat. You can size this however you want to. And in fact, there's another one I want to do of this where I make this slightly smaller. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are clicked on all. And then you will hopefully see that coming up soon. So let's get into it. Right, so for this card, it's relatively simple. So this is sort of the card you could knock out quite a few of. It also uses two main base pieces. And this is the sort of thing you might have as a strip. You know, like when you cut, I don't know, you cut down an A4 or a letter size piece and you end up with just like an offcut. You end up, I've got loads of this kind of thing. And same with this, sort of similar kind of thing. So you need one piece that is 1.5 by 7.5. And one piece that is 3 inches by 10 1/4. Okay, so if we start with the 1.5 by 7.5, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, at 3 3/4, and at 7 inches. Okay, so that's all you need to do for that piece. And also this piece as well, remember, you can change the size of this. I've got another version of this card that I really want to do. It's sat on my desk as a kind of just a mock-up sample, but I feel like it could be really good, so stay tuned for that. That'll probably be coming soon. The other thing as well, I would say, because you haven't got a lot of backing for this card, it's quite bare bonesy. That's what it feels like, quite bare bones. You don't need to use a lot of pattern paper. It's mainly like your embellishment or your die cut or whatever is like the centerpiece. So that's what I would say. So it's quite good for that kind of respect, in that you're not using a lot of stuff as well, so it's quite useful. So that's that one. And then on the piece that's 3 inches by 10 1/4, you're going to score at 1 5/8, at 3 1/4, 4 7/8, 6 1/2, 8 1/8, 9 3/4. And so basically all of these panels are all 1 5/8 inch wide. Okay, apart from the one at the end, which is 1/2 inch, which is your tab. So that's all of your scoring done. So now I'm going to go ahead and mounting fold all of my score lines, and the same on this, mounting fold all the score lines. Okay, so now we've done that, if we take this one and we're going to put some red tape along here, and then we're going to put it together like that to make a hexagonal kind of base piece. So I'm going to take my piece, turn it over, and then bring this over, match it up, stick it down, and you end up with that. So now I just want to work out where my front is going to be, and I think I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so I've decided to do it this way around. So my tab, my join is actually there on the side, but the tab is kind of on the front, so you can't, when you look, you can't really see it. So now we need to take this piece and we're going to put a bit of red tape top and bottom on both of these tabs. And then I'm going to take the backing off here, only one side, take this, squash it flat, and then this needs to fit in here, and you want to make sure that where the fold line is, that lines up with this edge here. And you also want this to be a right angle. So if you want to, you could use something like a square or something to help you. I'm going to wing it and hope for the best. Okay, so I've stuck that side on, so I'm going to turn over, take the strip off the back here, and just pop that in, fold it flat, and then just fold this down flat on it like that. And so you end up with that. It kind of looks a bit like a basket. It kind of reminds me a bit of a pair of dungarees. I don't know why, but it does. And it also kind of reminds me a bit of a well. You know, like you could, you know, like a well. I don't know. Anyway, that's where my mind goes. So next you need to work out what you're going to put on these panels going all the way around, and also what you want to put on the top. So I've deliberately made mine so it fits my die cut. So this is what I'm saying about you changing. You can change, you know, how tall you make that, and you can also change how high you want this as well. So I have got this die, which is from In Love Art Shop. Can we just appreciate how nice this die is? This is the one that I ordered, the last craft haul that I did. I don't know when this is going up, so the most latest craft haul that I've done, that's when I've had it. But the one before that, I did actually order this, but it was out of stock. I can understand why it was out of stock, because it is beautiful. And so this is the die. You probably will have already seen it. By the time this video goes up, you probably will have already seen the craft haul video where I show you this die. But yeah, so I've cut the top happy bit out of this self-adhesive glitter card from DRK Crafts, and I've cut the bottom section out of also the same glitter card, and then I also cut the bottom section again, but out of like a matte mirror, and then just trimmed it just here so I could have like the cupcake case. And then I've done the back die shadow, I've cut that out, die cut that out, and then I've just put little gems on the top just to make it look like sprinkles basically. But yeah, so this die is from In Love Art Shop, so don't forget to use my code ICEDImages, all in one word, to get 20% off your order. I will put a link for this die down in the description below. If you click on that link, it takes you through to the site, and it's an affiliate link, so they will know that you've clicked through from this video, which really helps me out and helps the channel out. So if you can do that, that would be wonderful. So that's that. And then I've also cut the background out again, and I've just stamped a happy birthday, and that's what I'm going to use as my sentiment on the back. So this will go on here like that, and I've made sure this is not too big that it pops up, and then this one is going to go behind. Now, one thing you can do, because these don't match up, because obviously I've done this on the right side. One thing you could do is you could do it that way round and match them up so they exactly fit each other, and then stamp your happy birthday on. But I decided I wanted it with the nice edges, so I thought it doesn't really matter when it's up, it's, you know, it doesn't matter. So that's for that. Round the outside you need 6 matte pieces that are 1 3/8 by 2 3/4, and 6 pattern pieces that are 1 1/8 by 2 1/2. Now I've used, so this candle die actually comes with this cupcake die, so I've cut the candle out of the pink glitter, and then I stuck it onto a piece of white card and then just cut round it because it's only a rectangle. And then I cut the little flame part out of yellow glitter, stuck this onto the card and then onto this pattern paper, and then stuck the little flame on. And then I've just put some glossy accents in. I don't know if you can see, there's like a little bit of a shine on the flame. So I've just stuck some glossy accents in the middle of them all. And so I've done it in pink and in purple. So I'm going to just like alternate them, going around the outside like that. The pattern papers are also from In Love Art Shop. It's this pack, the Shiny Bright. I spelled shiny wrong, but that's fine. We can't all be good spellers. Shiny Bright. Again, I will put the link in the description below. Please click through the link, because then that helps them know that you've come from this video, and that helps the channel out. And that was all these like bouquet. I don't know how you pronounce it. B-O-K-E-H. Bouquet. Don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, that design, but beautiful. But I just thought it was really nice. It's kind of floaty, and it just the cut, I just really liked it, so I thought let's use that with that. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to go ahead and stick these onto here. Okay, so I've stuck all my panels down, and now we just need to go ahead and stick the little cupcake die on the front here, and also put the greeting on the back. So I'm actually just going to glue straight onto the tab, because I know that that entire piece is covered by the die cut. So when you're choosing what size to do for this piece, just kind of work out what size your topper is, or your die cut, or whatever is, and then you can size it accordingly, and then that way you're not going to have any bits kind of popping out. And I want to make sure that it's central and it's not, you know, it's not over one side or the other. You could make this a whole wide panel if you want to. I've seen that done on, I think it was on Pinterest. I saw it. It was like an Etsy card that someone had made. So that is like that. And then on the back, we just need to stick this one now. I'm not sure whether these two are going to bump together a little bit at the top, and they might do. Okay, so I might actually, I'm just wondering if I shrink that down a little bit, maybe. I might just stick it on. I think we'll just stick it on. They're gonna bump against each other at the top because it does overshoot that top bit. So again, if you wanted to, you could just make this a little bit longer, and then that would sit perfectly on there, and this one would sit perfectly on as well. But it's fine. It really doesn't matter. It's not that there's not that much bumping at the top, and if they stick out slightly, then you know, that's fine. And as I said, I've done it so they're not exactly the same. So okay, so it's not too bad. As I said, it'd be better if they kind of lined up with each other, but it's not a problem. If I'm going to bend anything, I'm going to bend this back one, keep that one straight. But yeah, I don't mind. Once it's up, it's just kind of, you know, it's there. But yeah, so that is the card for today. So obviously it folds down nicely, and this is actually smaller than a 5x7. So this one measures, it's 4 7/8, which is why we had those 8 measurements. 4 7/8 by, oh, it's just under, so it's 6 3/4. So it's literally just under 5x7. It doesn't look like a 5x7, I think, because it sort of feels wider. But yeah, but there you go. Nice little card, nice and easy to make. You can use up scraps on it. You can use up all sorts of bits on it. Really pleased with that. So make sure you go and check out In Love Art Shop. Use my code icedimages, all in one word, or click on the links below as well in the description, and that will take you through to where these products came from. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye everyone.